This is everything I took with me to hike the West Highland Way. I have just finished the trail, so I thought I'd go through everything that I brought with me whilst I've still got it all together. Before we get started, I just wanted to say that this is not an exact science. Some people might take less, some people might take more, so don't worry if you've not got the exact same gear. But this is everything that I brought with me, and it seemed to work pretty well. So I'll start with my backpack. This is the Osprey Exos 48. It's a really good backpack. It's got loads of extra pockets like these side ones where you can store water. It's got this big one on the back which I tend to use for food. As you can see, I've got a used sandwich packet there, and it's also got some hidden ones underneath where you can store valuables. It's pretty expensive but a really good backpack. Osprey say it's got a comfort limit of 12 kilos, but with my bag fully packed with 1 litre of water and all my food, it was 12.8 kilos and it was still perfectly fine. I've even filled it with 18 kilograms before and it was still fine. Next we've got my tent. This is the Helm Compact 1 by Terra Nova. It's actually only a 3-season tent, but it seemed to work fine. Then we've got my sleeping bag. This is the Rab Ascent 900, and this is a proper winter sleeping bag. It's apparently good down to about minus 10 degrees Celsius. We've got sleeping mat. This is the Thermarest NeoAir X-Therm. Again, this is really good for winter. Really thick and keeps you warm. And then the Sea to Summit pillow, which look how small that packs down. Really recommend this, to be honest. And those together as a sleep system worked really well. My sleeping gear specifically is probably a bit overkill if you're doing the West Highland Way in summer, but because I was doing it in winter and it's getting down to I think minus 5 degrees Celsius on one of the nights, I needed to keep warm, so that was the gear I decided to take. Next I'll go through all the food related items. So this is the Jetboil stove, which if you're eating in restaurants and stuff you won't need, but I needed that for cooking, and that's the gas for it. I decided to bring two just in case one of them was faulty because of how cold it was. You always need to be safe on that front. I had the Katadyn Be Free water filter. There was plenty of water stops on the way, but I took this just in case and it came in handy. This is a spork for eating my food, and then a water bottle to fill up. So these two combined I could carry just over a litre whilst on the trail. Between restaurants and hotels and village shops, there's so many places to stock up on water on the trail, but I would recommend bringing a filter just in case, because there's loads of mountain streams and you probably could drink straight from them, but I'd rather be safe than sorry. On the topic of hydration, hello by the way, it's me from a few days later, and I've got some really exciting news to bring you. Throughout my West Highland Way journey, I drank a lot of water, and it can get pretty boring sometimes, and that's why I'm excited to tell you about a product called Holy. Holy is the first real alternative to unhealthy energy drinks on the market. It's made with natural flavours, contains no sugar or artificial sweeteners, and because of that you get a really fruity taste. You don't get that artificial taste you can get with some other energy drinks. Today, as we speak, Holy have just dropped a brand new flavour in collaboration with SpongeBob. I've tried it myself. It's pineapple and green tea, and it's really fruity but not too sweet. It's just a perfect blend. It's also remarkably easy to prepare. That's one of my favourite things about it. So the first thing you want to do is put in 1 scoop of the powder. There's 1 scoop. Then you want to fill it up with 500 millilitres of water. And lastly, you want to give it a good old shake. Get all that goodness mixed up in there. Right, that's enough shaking. That was really nice, that. And a really simple way to have a tasty, but more importantly, healthy drink whilst you're on the trail. Holy are currently offering a free SpongeBob spatula for orders over £40, a free t-shirt for orders over £80, and a completely free thermo shaker for orders over £120. On top of that, you can also save money by using my link that I'll leave in the description. Use code SUMMIT5 for 5% off your first order, and code SUMMIT for 10% off all future orders. How good's that? Thank you to Holy for supporting the channel, and let's get back to the gear list. Next we have the clothes I took with me. So this is a Bergos Hydrodown 600 jacket. I'm not sure the exact make, but I'll leave it in the description. I took a Rab pullover sun hoodie, which we don't get much sun in Scotland, but that was still useful. Spare boxers. I took a pullover Bergos hoodie, like a fleece, which kept me nice and warm, and three extra pairs of Danish endurance hiking socks, which are absolutely amazing, and you can see they're very dirty. I also took 2 pairs of gloves, which you won't need in summer, but it was obviously very cold in winter. I'm wearing a Bergos Gore-Tex jacket, Bergos trousers and a North Face t-shirt, and I'm not sure what this hat is, but again I'll leave it in the description. The only thing I wish I would have taken in terms of clothes is thermals, because I didn't quite realise it was going to get as cold as it did. My boots are Salomon, what make are they? X Ultra 360, which as you can see are absolutely disgusting. Super boggy this time of year, but these are Gore-Tex as well, which I think is definitely a necessity, especially in winter. It's completely your choice whether you decide to take boots or trail runners. I was going to take trail runners, but I decided last minute to take boots because I wasn't sure how much snow there was going to be, so I just thought I would be on the safe side and take hiking boots with me. These are some of the extra things I took with me. So this is the Osprey rain cover for the bag. You can buy it with it. I think it's like 40 quid, which is kind of mad, but it was ideal when it started raining. I take extra laces with me for my boots, just in case one of them breaks, and also these can come in handy for other things. Not really sure what, but they can come in handy. I've also got a first aid kit, definitely bring one of those, spare tissues, some bags to put in rubbish, and then I just put the rubbish into bins I come across, and then toothbrush and toothpaste. So yeah, that's just some of the extra things I brought. You can bring a trowel as well for doing a jobby, as we say in Scotland, but I don't really think you need it for this trail in particular, because you come across so many hotels, shops, like little villages, so yeah, I don't really think you need it for the West Highland Way. Lastly, we've got electronics. So this is my head torch. It's a Blue Car head torch. I'm not sure the exact make, but I'll leave it in the description. Then a lead to charge my phone, and then a plug just in case I came across any shops with a plug socket. And then I decided to take 2 power banks. I think they're both made by Anker, and they're both like 10,000 milliamps, which was enough to last me. I film all my videos on an iPhone 15, so I didn't need any extra camera gear, and I found that those 2 power banks kept my phone charged the entire way, which was also my map. But I don't really think you need a map, to be honest. The West Highland Way is so well signposted that you're not really going to get lost. So that is everything that I took with me to hike the West Highland Way. It doesn't look like a lot, and it isn't really a lot, but I think it's important for long distance trails to take only what you need and keep it as light as possible. Besides the gear, I think the main thing is to just get out there and enjoy it, to be honest. No matter the gear you have, I think you'll have a blast. It's not really about the gear, it's more about the journey. I know that's cliche, but it definitely is true. But yeah, I hope you found this video helpful. If you have, then make sure to leave a like and subscribe, all that good stuff, and make sure you watch my video from hiking the West Highland Way, because it truly was amazing, and I think doing it in winter made it even more special. But I am absolutely freezing, my hands feel like they're about to fall off, so I'm going to get in my car and drive home, and I'll see you guys on the next adventure.